just got back from Ontario. I was doing a nice holiday weekend with my wife. We were visiting a lot of family, and I had the opportunity to visit Brad Kuhns at Top Shelf Mushrooms. If you guys haven't seen any videos from that yet, I did 3 videos at Brad's, and I did a couple interviews, and we featured his robot. He's designed a bagging robot, which I'm going to be featuring on my farm here soon. So I'll leave a link above, guys, and you guys can view any of those videos if you like. Brad and I touched on a lot of things, and I just kind of wanted to go over some stuff that really sticks in my head. So Brad and I have similar stories. We both started on our own. We kind of worked within our means and designed very unique mushroom farms, but we both had the same goal in mind, is to produce a mushroom business. Now, my business has been in Summerland here. This is going to be year 5. Brad's farm has jumped around several times, and he's had a couple different partnerships, and now he's out on his own, and he's redesigning his farm within his needs on his property. But the thing that Brad has realized, and the thing that I've realized, is that mushroom farming is a lot of work, and if you can own your land, or if you can live on the farm itself, you're going to be that much more ahead. And this is something that Faith and I, we moved here right on the farm about 3 years ago, and it really helps kind of being on the farm so that you can kind of go over everything that needs to get done every day, and you don't have to travel far. That way you don't get exhausted. And when I worked on Brad's farm last year for 3 months, we were commuting about 20 minutes every day to get to the farm, and then some days we couldn't get there, and stuff gets missed. Mushrooms get over mature, and then the harvest is not as ideal as you'd like, and there's a lot of challenges with commuting. So I definitely want to advocate that if you're going to start a mushroom business, kind of setting up a home base, whether it's in your house or you have a farm property, living on the land at least until you have employees and you get things kind of dialed in. It's so important to be there because it's so much work, and your business is going to be that much better off for it. Brad has always focused on efficiency, and he's definitely convinced me to kind of move ahead in more efficient ways. So that's kind of the direction that we went last year, and we're still doing that this year. I had a lot of fun kind of seeing Brad's farm again and chatting with him. So Brad, thanks for giving the time to do that, because it's always so much fun to kind of see what you're up to, and it's always so much fun to get different perspectives on different farming techniques. So I am going to be doing some more interviews. I'm not sure when. I got to set up some time with different growers for the channel here. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of getting a different perspective on mushroom startup. There's definitely a lot of challenges with starting a mushroom business, and you got to kind of pick your battles, because if you try to do everything at once, a lot of stuff can go wrong. Both Brad and I, we've designed the business so that we can do our own cultures, make our own spawn, and ultimately do our own production. But there's always kind of setbacks if stuff goes wrong, whether it's contamination or even just insufficient incubation space, problems with employees. That's why Brad's moving to automation, or even just your market. I would say figuring out your market is number one before you start the business, before you even spend any money. Do your research, figure out if your market is looking for something like this. In most cases, there is a lot of room for mushroom businesses in most areas, and you're usually going to be competing with the larger farms, and they more deal in wholesale. So if you're going to focus kind of direct to market, direct to restaurant, there usually is that opportunity. And in my area, and even in Brad's area, they're both tourism driven, and that's really important because the restaurants are busy. There's people looking to come into that area, and whatever the tourist attraction is, that brings in people to the restaurants. So here in the Okanagan, we're a really big wine industry. So in the summer, there's a lot of wine tourism. That that brings a lot of business to the restaurants. We're also on a couple lakes here, so there's a lot of people coming here for the beaches, and there's a lot of other stuff to do here in the summer, but mostly summer focused. So my business has been a seasonal business designed around that market, so that's why I focus my production kind of April to November, whereas Brad's business, his area is kind of, it's a great winter spot. People come there to go skiing in Collingwood, but also in the summertime there's lots to do as well. So it makes sense for him to have a year-round business, but he doesn't necessarily have as many restaurants as I have. So Brad's kind of finding his niche, and he's focusing on some restaurants. You can do the market if you want, but he's realizing that there's more potential in him designing mushroom equipment because he has a background in engineering, and also just selling farms ready to fruit blocks. And this is something that I'm going to be getting into eventually as well, but right now my business takes all of the production I need. And I think like long term for my business, right now we offer a mentorship program where you can come here and learn and work here for 1 week, but ultimately I think that program is going to change, and we'll start branching out, and we'll not offer students to come on our farm anymore. We'll probably offer more partnerships, and we'll train people on our farm here, and then we'll branch out to different locations, and we'll have a production facility that kind of facilitates production that then, you know, spreads out to the different farms that are attached to our brand, or at least to attach the different partners. I think there's a lot of potential in shipping out ready to fruit blocks, because it really gives the grower the ability to be successful, because if all you have to do is focus on growing and focus on selling, and then have someone else kind of do all the rest, it allows you to kind of scale up quicker and focus on your profitability, and don't have to deal with all the production challenges, the scheduling, and then contamination, or even just, you know, problems with employees. And if you don't want to go that way, solutions like what Brad's doing is designing a bagging robot to cut out labor. Labor is getting really expensive now, so finding equipment that small farms can use is a huge opportunity that Brad's recognizing right now. And there's going to be more stuff that he's going to be doing as time frees up. So, you know, check Brad out, you know, keep in contact with me, and I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop as stuff progresses. I always find it interesting to talk about mushroom business startup, because a lot of people get attracted to this business, but they don't necessarily have the business sense. They just think that, you know, the price per pound for mushrooms is really high, so there's a lot of room there, and there is. But really, the reason why mushrooms are so expensive is there's so much work that is involved to get everything kind of in line, so that eventually you have a product that fruits and that you make money on. It's really interesting to kind of see different perspective from other growers, and I think in the future there's going to be a lot more opportunities for people to get into this business, because the information is more accessible. I'm part of that, and definitely Brad's part of that, but there's a lot of other people that are really opening up the space for education, and this is a really exciting time to get into this business. But you just need to be realistic on how much everything's going to cost, and kind of be prepared for the worst, because if you're prepared for things to go bad, that you can kind of plan for that, then the setbacks are not going to hurt as much, and then when you're having success, you're only going to skyrocket your business quicker and see the potential of what this business is. So anyways, guys, hope you found this helpful. This is just a little update right now. I'm just starting getting my season kind of started right now. I'm working on petri dish plates, and I'm going to be doing some sawdust spawn very soon, and then we're looking to kind of get production going hopefully by maybe February 20th. So that's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching, and we will talk to you soon.